It is December the 30th, 2020. This is the Minorcan Mullet Report from the Golden Ray Rec site. A lot of stuff to cover today. Look, we can see that the anchor chain is really moving up on the hull of the ship. It looks like it's through that thick keel part that we saw it in yesterday, and already a good way up the side of the ship. We got out and started making a little pass around the ship today, and just kind of observing and looking at things. And it was, wow, it was just something was going on there. We got in and we started taking a pretty close look at this activity, and it was obvious that they weren't cutting because the chains, they had that little bit of slack in them, but still in position. It didn't look like there was anything that was cut or having any sort of problem there. So well, it was just kind of bizarre until we started looking, and what is that's on the east side block? Is that a man? Why, yes, it is. We saw this activity going on and we're just mesmerized by it. First of all, you could really tell the size of these blocks if you're able to get in and look at this block that's on the left side of the ship there. Yeah, on the top part of the block, it looks like some maintenance was going on, or possibly an inspection, and it was really a neat thing to catch while we're out there. You got to understand that the ship is well over, it's out of the water 60 feet or so right there, and he's above that a good bit. He's up in the air a pretty long way. We kind of zoomed in with the other camera to catch a peek of this, and it was just really fascinating to see this activity going on. This is the first time we'd seen this. It looked like they were like inspection or possibly maintenance on the sheaves inside of that block system. But just amazing to see this high wire act going on out on the St. Simon Sound today. We backed off a little bit and took a look at a few more things, and then came back around for a second pass and were treated to this site. And this was really neat. They're coming out of the top of the VB 10,000 like spiders. And over on the right hand block, if you pay attention there, you'll see this operator come down, and he's going to kind of rappel down, and he's going over to the block that's on the right hand side of the ship. Just really amazing activity taking place out on the VB. And here we got a little close up of this, and you can really see the size of that block. Just massive pieces of machinery cutting up the Golden Ray ship. The environmental boats were out in force today. Good response, out patrolling the water. This was on the incoming tide, And so they were all on the west side of the ship, and everybody on station there patrolling, looking for any sort of contaminants that might have gotten out of the barrier. It was good to see those guys out there diligently looking for any contaminants and dealing with them as they find them. This made me feel good to see this. Another thing we did was, we haven't been around the bow of the ship in quite a long time, so we took a little spin around there, and we sped this video up just to get around and take a look at this side of it. And I don't know if it's just me, or maybe this is possibly an illusion, as that VB 10,000 is now sitting back on the stern of the ship. But is that it looks like the side of that the ship may be settling down a little more. Just an observation. And it could be, we haven't been around the side on the bow in a while, and I don't know, just looked like it was down a little bit to us, but could have been the tide again, and could have been us not seeing it every day like we had been in the past. But just a little swing around the bow section to take a look at this south side of the site. It's been a while since we'd been around it, and thought it'd be a good day. Seas were calm on the Sound. Had a little bit of overcast skies, but temperatures were very nice, and it was just a good day to make this spin and go around and check on that section of the ship. And then also today, the Leah Jane was back at the site, trawling their nets, looking for debris. And we made a couple passes by the Leah Jane as she was pulling in her nets and checking. And we just thought we'd take a look at this. And we may have seen a crab basket or two. These are probably old abandoned crab traps that have lost their buoy system. Maybe a little small amount of debris. Really weren't close enough to tell exactly what was going on there, but didn't see anything significant in the nets. I guess that's a good thing. But it was good to see Leah Jane and her crew out working on the wreck site and trying to find any debris, any loose debris that might have been lost in the cutting process of that bow section. Anything that might have flushed out during the past few weeks while we were undergoing the maintenance and refitting and repositioning of the VB 10,000 over the Golden Ray. But we did hang around and caught the Leah Jane picking up from a couple tows, and just went over just to take a little look and see how things were looking. And again, we really didn't see a lot of debris in the net, but couldn't be for sure exactly what was in there. We're trying to give these guys enough working room to safely do their job, but yet get in to just take a quick peek. Beautiful trawler. Again, glad to see glad to see Leah Jane and her crew out on the work site. We got the nets pulled up. You can see there's not a lot of debris that's in the tail section of the net, but they're making really short tows. And I think that's probably part of the environmental concerns. They don't want to catch a turtle or something like that and have it towed for any really length of time under the water. So they're really quick. They deploy the nets and they pull them up really quick. They're short tows, and check and see if they've gotten any debris. And then lastly today, we thought we'd share this with you. This was on our way in after being out at the site. Some visitors. This is in the Frederica River. We're probably a mile and a quarter from the wreck site, heading back to the marina in the Frederica River, and saw these guys out. Look like they're trying to find some dinner, and just thought you guys might enjoy seeing some of this activity. Hey, we hope you enjoyed today's report. If you haven't done so, we ask you subscribe to the channel. Feel free to leave some comments. Really like getting the comments, and you guys stay safe.